Hello students, welcome back once again to the maths class. In this video session, we are going to talk about the combination of the solids, the volumes involved in the combination of the solids. Although we have studied in our previous sessions regarding the cube, cuboids, sphere, hemisphere, cone and cylinders. We have also discussed the surface areas and the volumes, and we have done quite many problems in regarding those, right, in 10.1 and 10.2 exercises. And those who have not watched those previous videos, do watch them and proceed to this video. Now in this session we are going to solve the problems in exercise 10.3. These problems are based on the concept of the volume of the combination of solids. Here we know the volumes of the solid objects which we have studied in the previous session. Now the combination, the volume of the combination of two or more solids, we will be going to learn in this session. And also see, when we compare this exercise with the exercise of 10.2, the previous exercise, there we have studied the combination of solids, the surface areas. Okay, here we are going to study the volume for the combination of the solids. Now let me quickly start the exercise problem. Now exercise 10.3, first problem I'll read out for you. An iron pillar consists of a cylindrical portion 2.8 meter height and 20 centimeters in diameter. Okay, this iron pillar is a combination of two solids, that is a cylindrical portion and a conical portion. Now cone of 42 centimeters height surmounting it. Find the weight of the pillar if 1 cubic centimeter of iron weighs 7.5 grams. Okay, we have to find the volume. After finding the volume, we also have to find the weight of the pillar in the grams, right? Okay, now here given, let me draw the diagram for you. Now this is a combination of two solid objects. Now this is an iron pillar. Okay, iron pillar. It is surmounted, a cylindrical portion surmounted by a conical portion. So this is completely an iron pillar. Iron pillar. Now quickly we'll note it down, the dimensions given here. The dimensions: iron pillar consists of a cylindrical portion of 2.8 meter height. Okay, cylindrical portion is 2.8 meter height. This is 2.8 meter height and a diameter of, the diameter given as 20 centimeters. So the diameter here, D, if I draw this with the blue part, the diameter is 20 centimeters. Now clearly see, this is in meters and the diameter is in centimeters. We have a cone of 42 centimeters height. The cone height also given here. The height is 42 centimeters here. All are given in centimeters except for one dimension, that is the height of this cylindrical part is 2.8 meters. So let's find the volume, how much part of iron is required to make this pillar, and also the weight of this pillar we have to find it. So for this we have to find only the part of iron, means clearly that is a volume. Okay, here, and also this dimension is in meters. So let me change, because we have to bring it into the same dimensions. Let me change 2.8 meters, means that comes to 280 centimeters. So that is equal to 280 centimeters. So all are in centimeters. So now we will quickly start the problem. Now here, volume of iron pillar equals to, that is equal to, now here volume of the cylinder, volume of cylinder plus the volume of cone, conical part. Okay, that is a combination of two solid objects. Now volume of the cylinder, what is the formula of volume of the cylinder? Pi r square h, that is the volume of the cylinder, and The volume of the cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Okay. Now we will substitute here. Since the r value is same but the h values are changing, right? Since pi and r are same here, pi value is the standard one, r value is because on the same base. So I'll take it out. So remaining is r square. Okay, in both r square is common, so I'll take it out. H plus here pi r square taken, so h by 3. That's it. This is the remaining part. Now I'll substitute 22 by 7 into r value is here given d is 20. That means r is 20 by 2, 10. So 10 square, 10 into 10. H. Now the h, this h is different. So let us wait, let us make one here, because if you write h, both h, we will write the height of the cylinder as h1 and the height of the cone as h2. Here let it be h2 and here this part is h1. Okay, because to differentiate I am writing h1 and h2. Here also h1, h2. Now h1 is in centimeters 280 plus h2 is 42 by 3. 42. Right. Now we can cancel off some terms here. 3 ones are 3 fours are 14. 3s are 42. So this comes to 22 by 7 into 100. 10 into 10, 100. 280 plus 14. So that means 2200 by 7 into 294. 280 plus 14, 294. Now this, will this get cancelled? Let me see. 7 ones, 7 fours are 28. 1 carry here. So 7 twos are 14. So this is simply 2200 into 42. Let us do the multiplication in the rough part. 2200 into 42. Right. So this comes to 0044. Right. 00, 4 twos are 8, 4 twos are 8. 4 here, 12. So this is 92400. Okay. So this is the volume. Okay. So and all the terms are in centimeter. So this is in centimeter cube. This is the volume of the total iron pillar, the combination of cylinder and the cone. Now here let me do, okay, I will erase this rough part so that I will find out the weight. Now given the weight of one, we have to find the weight of the iron. So for 1 centimeter cube, iron weighs 7.5 grams. Like that also I will do it here. Let me do it here. So for 1 cubic centimeters, it weighs grams, 7.5 grams. Now we got this much. The weight of the iron pillar is 92400 centimeter cube. So how many grams we have to find? So just simply multiplying 92400 into 7.5. Let me do this rough part here. 9240075, right? 0 0 4 5 is 20, 4 2s are 12, 5 2s are 10, 12, 45, 46. Now here 700, 700, 7 4s 28, 7 2s 14 plus 2 16, 9 7s are 63, so 64 here. So 0 0, you can do the simplification for yourself also. 1 2 3 zeros, 4 0 here, 13 9 6 9 3. So this comes to, clearly see the multiplication part here. How many zeros? 1 2 4 3s are 20, 5 4s are 20, 2 5 2s are 10, 11 12, right? Now this comes to 693, 693 3 followed by 4 zeros. Now, there is a decimal point, so from below you have to keep a decimal point. So after decimal point you can eliminate the 0. So there are only 3 zeros. These many grams of the iron pillar it is having, but we will change it into kilograms now. 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. So there are, we can clearly change it into 693 kgs, right? Because 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. So I have changed it into kgs because it is an iron pillar. So this much is the weight of the iron pillar. See here, children, this is the rough part I have done. Please pause the video and note it down. Problem: a toy is made in the form of a hemisphere surmounted by a right cone, whose circular base is joined with the plane surface of the hemisphere. The radius of the base of the cone is 7 centimeters and its volume is 3/2 of the hemisphere. Calculate the height of the cone and the surface area of the toy correct to 2 places of decimals. Now take the value of pi as 3/1/7. Here given a combination, right? A toy is given like the toy is given as a hemisphere surmounted by a cone, right? This part surmounted by a cone. Here I'll show you one model here. Now this toy is in the form of a hemisphere. This is the hemisphere. Now surmounted by a cone here. See, if you see this cone. So this is also a wooden part. So this is a combination of two solids. We have to find the volume of this toy as well as the height of this cone, right? So here, what are the dimensions given? Let me see. 7 centimeters. The radius is 7 centimeters here. And also given that the volume of cone condition is 3/2 the volume of hemisphere. Okay, no other dimensions are given. From this we have to find the other, and we should find the height here, height of the cone. Okay, let's do. Now what is the volume formula? Volume of a cone. This is pi RL, 1/3 pi r square h. This is the volume of the cone, right? Into this is equal to 3/2 into the volume of hemisphere. Volume of hemisphere is 2/3 pi r cube. Okay. Now from this condition we will be finding the h value. See here, pi value I can eliminate. Also r, because having on the same base, so I can eliminate r here. R square here 2, if you take it out 1 r is remained here, and also here if you cancel 3 and 3, 2 and 2, all will be cancelled here. Now here we can get h/3 is equal to only r1 is there, that is r. So clearly if you cross multiply 3r. Now what is the value of r here? R is 7. So 3 into 7, that comes to 21 centimeters. So we got the height as 21 centimeters. The first part of the problem. Now we have to find the volume of the toy. Correct to, oh no, not the volume. The height of the cone and the surface area of the toy correct to 2 places of the decimals. Here volume is not asked. From the volume condition we have found out the height. Height of the cone we got it as 21 centimeters. Now we have to find the surface area of the toy. Let's find out. Surface area of toy. This toy is a combination of the cone as well as the hemisphere. So CSA of cone plus the CSA of the cone plus the CSA curved surface area of hemisphere. Right. Now what is the CSA of the cone? It is pi RL plus curved surface area of the hemisphere, that is 2 pi r square. Now we have all the dimensions, but the L, the slant height of the cone, is not given. We only know the radius, and from the volume we have found out the height, that is the vertical height. Now we know h and r, we can easily find the L from the Pythagoras theorem, right? Here we see L square is equal to h square plus r square. Right. Now L square equal to, what is the h value? 21 square plus r square is 7 square. So 21 square comes to 441 plus 49. So this is clearly 490. So L, this is not a perfect square. See here, 490 is not a perfect square. So let's find out here. This comes to plus or minus. Okay. Now here in this we can simply write it as 49 into 10. Okay. This again I can write it as 49 into 2 into 5. Now square root of 49 is 7. So 7 into root 2 into root 5, this I can write, because I have reduced into simpler parts so that I know the value of root 2 and root 5. See here, students, remember the value of root 2, root 3 and root 5. These are the standard values which we will be getting in our calculations. Now here 7 into root 2 is 1.414 and root 5 is 2.236. And whereas root 3 value is 1.732. All these three values you have to remember. Like how you remember the pi value. Okay. We will do this multiplication, or else you do this multiplication. Till here you note it down. I'll erase it and we will continue the problem, because the rough part we can't do it here. If you simplify this, you multiply all the three terms, you get it as 22.13, because we will take it for only 2 decimals, restricted 22.13 here. Now we will substitute the values here. 22 by 7 into R value is given as 7, and we know the L value, that is 22.13, plus 2 into 22 by 7 into R square, so 7 into 7. So we can cancel 7 and 7. This comes to 22 into 22.13 plus 7 and 7 cancel, 44 into 7. Right. Now we will do this calculation part. 2213 into 22. Here 6, 2, 4 and 4. The same thing, 6, 2, 4 and 4. 6, 8, 6, 8, 4. So this part we got it as 48686. So after 2 decimals from back. Okay. Here plus 44 into 7. So 28, 308 here. So 308. So we got the cone CSA is this much and the hemisphere is this much. So we will add this so that we get the surface area of the toy. So let me add this 48686. It's a point here. So decimal point, remember. So 308 we have to keep it here because 308.00. 86 here, 14, 9 and 7. So this is the final answer, 794.86. right here. Right, want to make a difference here. So this is the surface area, so it is in centimeters, so write the units as square centimeters. Now we got the surface area of the toy. We have found the height as 21 centimeters. Quickly pause the video and note it down. Let's see the next one. A cylindrical tub of radius 5 centimeters and length 9.8 centimeters is full of water. A solid in the form of a right circular cone mounted on a hemisphere is immersed into the tub. The radius of the hemisphere is 3.5. The height of the cone outside the hemisphere is 5 centimeters. Find the volume of the tub, volume of the water left in the tub. Okay. Take the pi value as 22/7. Here given all the terms, but we have to find the Now here we have to clearly understand a cylindrical tub is there, in which, let me draw the diagram, a cylindrical tub. Okay, there is a cylindrical tub here. This is completely filled with water. Now in this a part of like, what is that? A solid in the form of a hemisphere mounted with a cone, like this, right? Hemisphere mounted with a cone. This part is being immersed in this cylindrical tub so that some water is spilled out. Okay, now the remaining water in the tub we have to find out, because this, if this solid is immersed here, the water being come out, that spilled out, is the volume of this, isn't it? Then the leftover is the water in the cylindrical tub. So what we have to do, we have to find the volume of the cylinder and also the volume of this solid part, which is a combination, right? If you subtract both of them, then what is the volume remained in the cylindrical tub we will be getting. So we have to find the 3 volumes, then we have to subtract it. Okay, now we will note it down. Also we can draw the solid part which has been immersed here. Okay, this is the solid part immersed here. This is just an illusion visualization of the 3D object. Okay, the given condition. Now here we will write the dimensions as the cylindrical tub of radius 5 centimeters. So this is 5 centimeters. The tub, cylindrical tub radius. The length is, because this length or the height is given as 9.8 centimeters. 9.8 centimeters, full of water. A solid in the form of right circular cone. The radius of the hemisphere is 3.5. The radius of the hemisphere is 3.5 centimeters. And what more is given as the height of the cone outside the hemisphere is 5 centimeters. This height is given as 5 centimeters. This is the information given, 5 centimeters. Now take the, for what is to be asked, find a volume of the water left in the tub. So this is completely filled with water. If you see here, this is completely filled with water. Now somewhat after immersing the solid, some water is being spilled out. Okay, and the leftover water we have to find out here. First, I'll find out the volume of the cylindrical tub. In parts we will find out here volume of cylindrical tub. Okay, cylindrical part, the volume of that here, it is pi r square h. Right. Now we will substitute the values here. This comes to 22 by 7 into the r value here is 5 centimeters into the h. H is nothing but the height here, 9.8. Right. Now if you cancel with 7 ones, 2 is left over, so 28, 7 4s are, so 1.4. This comes to 22 into 25 into 1.4. We will do the calculations here. Now 22 into 25. 5 2s 10, 11. Again 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4. 0, 5, 5. 550 we get into 1.4. So that is, let me multiply here itself. So 0, 20, 22, again 0, 5, 5. So 0, 0, 7, 7, 7, 7, 0, 0. This comes to 7700, where we have to keep the decimal after one digit. So this is simply after decimal, 0 has no value. So that is simply 770. Now this is volume and given in dimension centimeter. So centimeter cube. This is the volume of the cylindrical tub. Now we will find the volume of the solid combination, okay, that volume. This is a combination of a cone as well as a hemisphere. Let me find out. Volume of solid is equal to the volume of cone plus volume of hemisphere. Right. Now the volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r square h plus the volume of a hemisphere, that is 2/3 pi r cube. Right. Now we will substitute the values here. 1/3 into 22/7 into r. R value is 3.5 into 3.5 into the h of the height of the cone 5 centimeters plus 2/3 into 22/7 into the r value is 3.5, so cube, so 3 times. So we'll do the calculations here. It goes clearly with 7 1s are 70.5, 7 5s are 35. There is a decimal point here. Now we cannot cancel this, okay, so we'll keep it as it is. 22 into 0.5 into 3.5 into 5 by 3 is there, plus 7 1s are 7 0.5. Now nothing goes here. Simply 44 into 0.5 into 3.5 into 3.5. Right. And also 3 value is there. Now here, if you multiply, we will be doing the simplifications in this rough part. 22 into 0.5, this comes to 110. 5 2s are 10, 110. So point here means, that means 11 into 3.5 into 5 by 3 plus here 22 into 0.5, this comes to 220. So 220 means 22.0 into 35 into 35, that is 12.25. 3.5 3.5 12.25 by 3. We will do this. This is 11.0, that means simply 11. 11 into 5 is 55. 11 into 5, 55 into 3.5 by 3 plus 22. Eliminate the 0 here into 12.25 by 3. Okay, we'll do this in this rough part. 55 into 35, 25, 27. Now 15, 16. So 5, 12, 9, 1, 19, 25. This comes to here. Let me write it down here. This comes to 19.25. Now only one digit here. Okay, the decimal will be here by 3 plus this part 1225 into 22, isn't it? 1225 into 22. 5 2s 10, 2 2s are 4, 5, 2 2s 4, 2 1s 2. The same thing you write 0, 5, 4, 2, 0, 5, 9, 6, 2. So that is after 2 digits. So 269.50, this comes to here by 3. So here you can take 3 LCM, 192.5 plus 269.50. So if you add them, like let me do that addition somewhere here, 192.50, 5, 269.50, right, 269.50. So this is 12, 16, so 462.00. So we can eliminate here 462 by 3. Now this will be cancelled with 3 or not, let's check. So sum of the digits 10 plus 2 12, so this goes with 3. After point zeros I have eliminated 3 1s, 3 1s, 3 3 5s are 15, 3 4s are 12. So this is simply 154 here. Now here this is the volume of the solid, so that is centimeter cube. Okay. So quickly note it down, pause it and note it down. Now the volume of water left in the tub is asked. Water left in tub. Now how do we get this water left in the tub? When the solid is immersed, some water is spilled out, the remaining water is the water left in the tub. Okay. Now first we found out the volume of the whole cylinder, then we found out the volume of the solid. If you subtract both of them, we will be getting the water of remained in the tub. Okay. This is volume of cylindrical tub minus subtract volume of the solid. Here the solid is a combination of a cone and a hemisphere. Now we got this volume of the cylindrical tub as 770 minus volume of the solid, both combination we got it as 154. We subtract it. So 770 minus 154. So 6 here, 1 here, 6 here, 616. So 616 here, all centimeters. So cubic centimeters, all centimeter cube. This is the volume of the water left over in the tub. Okay, with this I will be stopping the class here. Okay, now there are few more problems in the same exercise. I would like you to practice those problems with the concept. Okay, practice the problems well, and we'll see with a new concept in our next session. Thank you.